Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Halo Koreans continues with this last round of 8 match. Spawning here in the top right corner of the map, it's going to be the Red Terran player from Invasion Esports, Gumiho.
Is it my turn?
I think so.
Okay. Well then. 7 o'clock position, Nimbus, Bluezer, TCM, Soulkey.
Soulkey, of course, really doing well in this series. You had mentioned that he had messaged you between games about his thoughts on that last one.
Yeah, he was like, "Ah, oh, god damn it! I dug my own grave. That should have worked." And I was like, "All the banelings didn't blow up at the same time." It's like, "I know, god damn it!" And then after we joined the first lobby, the two players were saying, "Oh, well played. That was really well played." To both of them. That's what a lot of Korean players do before the game starts. And Soulkey made a lot of typos.
He was really mad about saying well played. Like, oh, well played, you jerk.
Like I guess in English he typed way too many E's, L's, and too many P's.
Well played.
I was like, Soulkey, wake the fuck up. They're just both just laughing. Well, and then I think I distracted Gumiho enough that he picked Protoss over Terran.
Wow, James confirmed ultimate scumbag. I do want to give a big nod to the players who have made it through so far. We sadly have a guaranteed Protoss in the finals. Am I right? Yeah. But no, for the finals, for those who are asking, January 5th is when this will be scheduled to take place. We have Rain versus Super, who both made it out of the round of 8. They'll be facing each other in the semifinals. Don Ray Gu will fight the winner of this series in the semifinals as well. We could very well have a ZVZ on one side and a PvP on the other, or Gumiho can bring this back. I don't really mind, to be honest, to have 2 mirror matches in the semifinals because it guarantees a non-mirror match finals. Well, I mean, it's guaranteed to be a non-mirror match finals anyways, but we have had a lot of luck, and I will stress luck with our finals. We've had absolutely fantastic games out of really talented players with the likes of Solar and Partying and Gumiho and what have you. So I would love to see anybody make it to the finals at this point. But Gumiho and Soulkey right now in front of us. Soulkey's just looking so dominant, so in control of this series.
Yeah. Unless he throws again, am I right?
Thank you, Zombie Girl.
You're welcome.
Meanie confirmed.
Dude, your comment about being, having Protoss guaranteed in the finals, I thought was quite mean, and I would like to apologize to the Protoss community.
Oh, on our behalf, okay, thank you. That I do need PR lessons as I've learned, so we'll use you as the interim.
I'll teach you. Dude, so many people messaged me that. I was just like, I'm not his mom. Could you stop?
Zombie Grub, can I go to the bathroom? No permission.
Yeah, I just imagine those leashes that are backpacks for kids.
You got me on a 5-foot rope, Rip can heal.
It's like a little monkey.
Alright, Gumiho gets a nice scout off on top of Soulkey's base. He sees the speed timing, he saw the gas, he knows there was only one drone mining as well. There's a lot of information he saw in that small blip. That being said, this map is not the easiest to go for a Banling bust on. It's not the easiest to pull a Roach bust off either, although you do have the advantage of tearing down debris. So for Gumiho's sake, whether he wants to play mech or not, there is that small ease of mind that he might not have to panic so much against all-ins early on like he's had to do so far in the series versus Soulkey. But, yeah, Soulkey not rushing out that third base.
No. Well, he hasn't in any of these games. It's always been a 2-base layer into Roaches, actually. Yeah, both games. Oh, but this time he goes for a third. What does this mean? Illuminati. Triangles.
It means, Hyun-style fake third, so you can just Roach all in harder.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I would love if that was the choice, because Roaches could tear down those rocks way better than Banelings would, of course. You won't ever waste a Baneling into the rocks, but the defensive Baneling nest or the offensive Baneling nest, depending on your point of view, does come out. 8 lings could be absolutely necessary, because it's Gumiho. Let's be honest. Hellbat pushes are very likely to happen. So having about 10 or so Banelings, 5 Banelings to deal with that is going to be not only good, but a necessity. Yeah, not enough damage on the hatchery to really be that scary, but the queens start coming off anyways. He is still investing in a lot more links. He might just be going for that bust. I don't know. He's cut drones. Oh, take that back. There we go. Starts producing them again.
Kin.
So this is okay, a dedication in defense more than like an all-in. In fairness, I just thought if he was gonna cut drones, like this is kind of that time you do it.
Yeah. Well, I was more interested in like the second. It's like a little bit of a quicker second factory, I thought. Yeah, instead of going for like the banshees that he usually does, or holding off to put down 2 factories at one time.
For Soulkey, I feel like this decision's out of ego issues.
Ego?
The last
You're
one
a little bit quiet, James.
should have worked, but it didn't work. Huh?
So you're just a little bit quiet. If you could speak up.
Oh. Hello.
There you go.
Anyways, well, I've lost the timing to explain.
Well, yeah, the bailings hit hard. Gumiho, not like this, man. Split those SCVs. Oh, that middle line is gonna get annihilated. Actually, never mind. Just kidding.
He's only lost. Unless he goes down to like 20 SCVs, I think he's okay. He's also doing a little bit of damage over on the other side.
There's nothing to defend his wings from.
3 Helens are about to pop out.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, there's 3 CCs, so mules will help make up a lot of this, but he didn't kill enough drones on the other side of the map. He didn't kill any drones on the other side of the map. Those Hellions just kind of traded out for like Queens and Army value. That's not going to be worth it at all. 25 SCVs in the hole. That wall's not back up. And he's producing. Oh, he can't even produce the tank. He can't afford it. He's producing another Hellion.
And Soulkey, yeah, he basically put Gumiho down to 20 workers, and he just made a couple right now. But I think that was enough damage for that Bailing bust.
+1 weapons. Oh, you're funny to see. Perhaps not that helpful.
No, not at all. No, not quite.
Actually, oddly enough, Blue Flame would have been a fantastic investment, I think. But with a tank on the way, he can hold up in his base now and might be able to try and turtle back into it. I mean, 3 SCVs at a time, mules. I gotta be honest, I don't think Gumiho is so far out of this that he's completely screwed, but it is going to be the biggest uphill battle to try and win this. And, I mean, down 2-1, it's his last life. He can't just give up.
Yeah. That faster factory, like just a little bit tinier faster, but had the tech lab, was probably so he could get tanks, so he wouldn't get like, the roaches that happened in the first 2 games.
That's what I was thinking too, yeah.
And instead he got linged in Baneling.
I kind of like the way Soulkey did this one, though. I mean, he did get drones behind it. It wasn't just like this big dedication of pure lings. But as James said, or tried to say, I think you were saying something a little bit about ego?
Yeah, I just feel like maybe like a Nimbus, the map Nimbus isn't the greatest map to do Ling bust, but because of the overgrowth where it should have worked, it didn't because he wasn't.
He screwed up.
Yeah, he screwed up. Like all the banelings didn't blow up all at the same time, which gave Gumiho the little bit of time to have those supply depots repaired. So maybe that's why he just wanted to throw in.
Show the world he can do it. He knows what he's doing.
Just because he can, right?
Oh,
and
no.
obviously he didn't dedicate everything for an all-in because of how this map is shaped. It's really difficult to end the game with Ling bust, and also when you're at a cross spawn.
You call that Yingling bust? Yingling bust.
Ling bust. Oh, sorry. Well, that.
Wait, was that what you're saying? Ling
Yeah.
Ling?
Dude, Ling is a character from Drawn
so cute.
Together.
Ling Ling is a fairly common.
Dude, James, did you ever watch Drawn Together?
No. No.
Oh wait, was that like a scary movie? It's like Ling Ling, where's your bling bling?
No.
What?
Oh.
Okay, hey, hold up,
wasn't
Mutas,
thinking
guys.
about
There's
it.
no anti here. Thors are popping in a
Yeah.
second, though. Gumiho's gonna lose this tank, this precious tank.
I was gonna mention that. Like he was like, totally expecting roaches, only to start a Thor. Oh!
Almost keeps it alive. A tank starts up immediately, though, because he
It's
does
fair
know
to
this could be the
Thor.
threat. But here's the thing, like, with the amount of mutalisks that were made, any potential roaches that are coming are not going to be that numerous. And quite frankly, 2 Thors could probably deal with them. So I wouldn't say Gumiho's that, oh, he's going to boost for the last couple of shots. Getting a little bit risky, but almost got the rest of the mutalisks.
Yeah.
Great choice. Now the tanks are gone. Soulkey is on roach production.
Yeah, and he double expanded. He's on 5 bases.
But
A little bit not
Thor's
fun.
Thor's kill roach is quick enough.
Yeah, in low
Should be-
numbers.
should be alright.
In low numbers. Lots of
Yeah, in
roaches
low
tend to take out the Thors, but not the other way around. So as he expands outwards, he should be okay, but this is... Oh man, Gumiho's already like muled so much of his bases. This is not a situation where like you're taking this third in a timely manner.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not very healthy at all.
It's definitely not like it's a regular healthy third. base. Almost feels like 2.5 maybe.
Yeah. And I feel like Gumiho really wanted to, this game, his plan was to, defend against potential roaches and then go for that Hellbat tank push. You only got one armory, and that usually signals that, If he wanted to go for like turtle, battle cruiser, long game, he usually gets 2 armories. So
2 armories.
That timing is really, missed here, and as such, Soulkey's able to do whatever he wants.
Well, I mean, all that focus, of course, comes into the plating. I mean, he's still going for plating, but off of 1 armory, it strikes me as a bit weird instead of +3 weapons. Either way, the armory is going to get focused down. The turret's going to pick off one of the mutas. A couple of Thors looking to boost over, but they don't. Okay, there we go. Let's bring them over now. SCV is, of course, shredded. Soulkey, by the way, can we talk about this? 99 drones? Like, what?
99 problems.
Put up Ain1, hit me!
I was going to go like 99 on love drones, but I don't know. This is, first off, bad singing, but secondly, a lot of drones to work with.
That was actually pretty terrible. I couldn't tell if you're trying to sing it in German or English.
The problem with this drone count, though, this is really complimentary for somebody who's going, say, lots of banelings. An army you're trading out significant amounts of. Because he's got such a big drone count, he's only have, no units to actually fight the mech player with.
The 3... Oh, he made something. Damn it.
Because he knows, what's his face? Gumiho's not going to be able to come out. And actually... Oh, I thought he made 100.
I love the amount of what's his faces
something.
you throw
I know.
into Jazz.
I didn't want to say anything.
Because here's the thing, guys. James is so familiar with these guys. He actually can say that. But if we were like casting somebody, we're like, "What's his tits over there in the corner?" Like he's just trying his best. Like we would get so much flack.
If we said, "What's his tits?" we get a lot more flack.
I'm just saying.
I said, "What's his face?"
What's his tits? Dude, there was a post just like all like a Hakuna Yurtada.
Hakuna Yurtadas, yeah.
Yeah, there's like an entire post just like like 10 of those type of things.
Yo,
there's a really good one too.
Shout out to the SUV that repaired that tank, by the way. It would have died.
Yeah, that's sick positioning for the Mistart and the tank. He looked like he wanted to do Thor drops and then remembered that like mutas were out here. I don't know.
So one of the things too, sorry, I didn't quite finish on the drones. That's gonna be really nice. Is I have to speak with Fenner about this when we're casting. If you see somebody going Swarm Host, or sorry, Mech, one of the best things to do is like, okay, maybe you pepper in some Swarm Host or charge, whatever, but you take like every base. You just try to get that bank as big as you can, as quick as you can, and just constantly throw like wave after wave of literally anything into the Mech player. Gumiho's really not at that unbreakable point. He's nothing close to battle cruisers, and he's so far away from a proper 4th base. But this gives Soulkey a lot of time to get like that Ultras Cavern out, to be able to get a bank where you can not make one wave of Ultras, but then remax again afterwards. But the detriment to this is your army value is going to be really small. You're never going to have more than 100 army value at any given time. And for Gumiho, who's coming into a defensive spot with this many tanks, that's probably going to go okay for him as far as fights.
Soulkey is just proving how good he is against mech. It's like people forgot, and then you remember now.
Yeah, everyone's so obsessed with like not being able to beat mech. Soulkey's like, what do you mean?
Yeah, right. That's exactly what goes on. It is getting to that point where Gumiho is going to try and go battle cruisers apparently. Those attacks.
Oh, nice
happen.
blinding clouds.
Not
a
the
lot
biggest
of
army
things.
supply at all, really, for Soulkey.
Yeah, he's crashing into this. The Vikings, though, could start landing and contributing a little bit. Picks up the Thor to keep it alive. Thor's just hit for so damn much, and the Hellions, well, that bonus damage works versus the Hydralisks. They're light units. 3 of them get shredded by 1 blast.
Yeah, that was nice. You didn't really get all of the tanks either. Like, I think most of them survived. So the transition to Swarm Host is a big one. 15 at a time is still pretty nice, but 3 tanks at a time, he'll be okay.
This is what Soulkey does to against Mecha Terrans. He first with whatever he's got, he throws him kind of away. If he sees an opportunity, he throws them away, switches to Swarm House. Once they all die, he changes back to like Ultralisks and Roaches, and then he just keeps on changing the unit composition, which is really difficult for Terran players to get their composition right.
But this is that really sick composition. Blue Flame Hellions, a couple of Hellbats mixed in. He takes out the Lings immediately, and now the Locusts are the only real threats. With the tanks and the Thors pushing into this, the Swarms have to keep falling back over and over. Spore-Crawlers finish up. They're going to die for nothing. 104 Lings, though. I thought we'd only see this once today. 104 Lings for reinforcements.
He took down most of the Hellions, still a couple of Hellbats left over, but they're supposed to, protect the tanks once the Swarm Hosts are actually coming all at once with these Locusts.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to reproduce a couple of Hellbats than it is tanks, of course. But as he gets forward, he just misses the scan on the Swarm Host. So it's not going to be here, but the Blue Flame Hellbats on top of the... Ooh, actually misses most of those links. Friendly fire for the tanks, killing one another. A couple of Thors trying to be picked up. There's more Hellions on the front lines, but he loses a lot of Thors for this. And those Thors, those are the heavy-hitting shoot, like rootin' tootin' shooting bloopers. I don't know where I was going with that, but the point is, they were bringing the damage that was going to be necessary to focus on the Swarm Host when the tanks couldn't unsiege. Now that those are gone, the tanks are in a lot of trouble. Gumiho's got to either push in really hard and take out those 6 Swarm Hosts, 7 Swarm Hosts right now, or fall back entirely.
This mech style really isn't like, you know, it is hard, you know, if it gets up and going really early to you know, defend, but it's not the battle cruisers, okay? It's not battle cruisers. It's not like, you know, the one that we're just like, oh, he's just never gonna like win against Gumiho into the disease point. Like, absolutely, Soulkey will demolish this tank Hellbat Thor composition that is rather standard, and obviously Soulkey is very good against.
A lot of these lings are being wasted, though. I mean, 100 lings at a time being thrown away for what is not a whole lot.
Sure.
Well, we've seen Roach Hydra Viper, then we've seen the Swarm Host, Lings, and we are now ready to see Infestor and Ultralisks.
Well, it's really curious.
There should be like Infestors out by now, I think.
Well, he continues his air upgrades, which I like. So the possibility of going back to Mutalisks at some point is not out of the question. But of course, this will transition a lot better for the Corruptors should this be an air fight. Locust, yeah, barely. Not going to get a lot done. Tanks have a really nice positioning on this ledge, too. I like that quite a lot. The Sensor Towers are helping out a bit, but Soulkey is not sweating it just yet. He's still got a bit of a bank behind this. Those Ultralisks with 1 or 2 Blinding Clouds, a couple of Infestors. I mean, like, this army from Gumiho is not looking so hot. Actually, are there no Vipers? I take that back. No Blinding Clouds, so these Ultras might not get that free ramp through.
Gumiho is going to try and go up to, I don't know about battle cruisers, but maybe a couple of Ravens here, the second starport. Is that he, you know, he's already so behind in the early and mid game, and then he did that attack that didn't do a whole lot. It's going to be a hard transition to make. This is not the best Ultralisk fight I've ever seen.
No, they get stuck behind the Infested Terrans. It's actually the worst possible way to use Ultralisks.
That was terrible.
He loses all of them.
Just straight up, that was pretty bad.
Yeah. That should have broken a couple of the tanks at least, but those Infested Terrans really killed Soulkey's own army.
Soulkey, he is starting to get to that point where it's like, you haven't broken him on 4 bases. I mean, considering this game is gone, you would have hoped that you would never let him have a 4th base.
Hellion run-bys are pretty nice. There's a couple of spine cars to ensure that this isn't free damage, but... Oh! That drone transfer! Oh, he's gonna see this! Oh! He takes the worst angle to shoot it at, though. So he doesn't... Like the most inefficient Hellions, so they still, it's mineral-based things that Gumiho can afford to lose. It's gas-based units he can't. So Thors, tanks, battlecruisers, Vikings, these are a little bit more critical than those Hellions.
Yeah.
Actually, don't bring the Thors away just yet. He's got a good chunk of Vikings, but he's got the Mutalisks to deal with. He knows this as well. He saw this with those Hellions. Yeah,
he's trying to find the mutas actually with these Thors. It was bold, but he has confidence in his Thor micro.
Look at that.
That's the These ones are a little bit better because these ones go directly on top of the tanks. So some friendly fire goes down, removes a good chunk of the tanks, really but there's already new ones on the front line. One Ultras from the backside. What's up?
What's up, baby?
Thors actually kill an Ultralisk incredibly fast.
Yeah, especially if there's a couple
are
of them.
Good.
The Mutalisks,
sometimes tanks are garbage, but
I mean, I really like the way he's been boosting around the medevacs, but this is so scary because if the Mutalisks like, turn around on a dime and catch these medevacs unloading the Thors, or in an area where they can't unload the Thors.
With the Vikings constantly trailing after him, though,
look
it's
at this
almost
micro!
Guaranteed.
Look at this Gumi micro! He keeps the Thors alive! Oh, almost gets that other one! He keeps the one alive, though, that's almost dead.
Yeah. This is like the 3rd tech transition. 4th? I don't even know. Where Soulkey has not broken his 4th.
But that's the thing. Soulkey's also not broken his bank doing this, so it's kind of okay that it's taking so long. No Hellions out here this time. He's the Swarm Host, and the Infested Terrans will just walk right on top of the tanks. We finally have some Ravens in play, so whether it's Seeker Missiles, Free Detection, or Auto Turrets, he's going to need one of the mix, because Gumiho, he just doesn't have a bank at any point in this game. Gas is the most important thing, of course, but yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of units to work with.
Yeah, he needs gas. I think that he really does want to plan on going up to battlecruisers. It's a very, very long con, more than usual, but...
Yeah. This Thor's stuck because it's getting repaired so hard.
Oh, maybe not. I mean, pushing out here has got to say,
if he actually locks down this 5th base, that'll be the equivalent to his 4-base economy that he normally wants. Level 3 vehicle play he's finishing in a moment, so if he does want to get battlecruisers out, it's not out of the question. The thing is, though, I don't think battlecruisers are necessarily the best choice at the moment. With so many Ultralisks in play, he really does need these heavy-hitting ground units. Oh, this White Vikings in the air are a bit of a waste. They can't do too much as they don't contribute to this.
Transfuses going down on the Ultralisk.
Yeah, but look at the Ultra still dying.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Still dying.
Thor's getting those amazing shots off. They hit so darn hard. I mean, twice for 39. That's going to pierce right through that chitinous plating.
God, Ultras, please. He's the securing this 5th. Like, Soulkey is entirely focused on this right side, and I'm surprised Gumiho is actually pushing in here, but he sees an opportunity. He's like, oh, I won that fight.
Yeah. It's a little bit hard, though, to gauge where it's safe to push into the Swarm Host at, but as he beats them further back, as we see the Locusts are getting less and less damage done, the Viking count still remains high, so there's no fear of a big tech swap through the air. A couple of Banelings coming in is actually a little bit scary for the Hellbats, but, I mean, for the most part, this army...
Oh, he lost most of the Ravens, didn't even notice that.
Picking up the Thors yet again. The control with these medevacs for Gumiho is fan-freaking-tastic.
What the hell? Did you guys see that Viking?
No.
Yeah, they landed and then...
It did like a 360, 720.
No scope, YOLO.
See.
Blaze it.
I swear, freaked out. Oh god, he's actually pushing in here, but like mind you, he's pushing into Soulkey's 7th. Oh god, if he kills the 7th base, I don't know what's gonna happen.
He picked up the Vikings. The landed Vikings are inside that medevac right now.
6, 7, 8. Oh, that's the 8th base. Okay.
Mutas look like they are going to come kill this Planetary Fortress. A little unfortunate for Gumiho. Perhaps getting a little too tunnel vision. I mean, he's got momentum, but he can't really afford to give it away. I mean, replacing this army is out of the question. Gumiho does not have the gas bank to make that happen. In fact,
he's trying so hard to like figure out what to do.
Even the base for that matters.
Yeah.
What do I pick up? How do I defend?
Even if it's so hard too, because he can't just unsiege. If he does, the Locust might get on top of him as well. More Hellions definitely would be a big benefit. With the amount of minerals he's had banked up too, turrets wouldn't even be a bad idea to just kind of litter around the map. But
if he had 3 turrets, he would have saved his 5th.
Yeah, that's a good point. There really wasn't that many Mutalisks, but Siege is up. He'll take out this base. Soulkey continues to expand on the west side of the map instead.
It's like, this is cool and all, Gumiho. They're actually pushing forward here, but does it matter? As long as you're bleeding out units, Soulkey has the other left side of the map.
Soulkey has money to replace his army with too, or gas more specifically. But now Gumiho's stuck in this choke, and it's this really awful choke. I mean, this is Black Hawk Down status. Thor gets picked up. He's got to keep this alive. This is a primary form of anti-air. But as Soulkey realizes, hey, your army's choked off down there, maybe he could push into this. I mean, it's a planetary fortress on a base that's almost mined out, so it's not worth actually killing. But Gumiho needs to get the space over. He lifts up the command center that he just freshly built and going to try and establish another base. He does take his half of the map back, though.
He has 20 mutas, 25 mutas on the way, and only 1 Thor. Gumiho realized how lacking his anti-air was and produces some more, but I guess he lost those Vikings. Oh, where are they?
Yeah, a lot of them went down to the swarm posts.
Yeah, I guess they were like off patrolling, but they joined up.
Well, he had just built 5 more too that just came. Oh, that
okay,
leg,
well,
you cheeky little.
Oh, troll.
Just put it next to the Ling. Terran, please.
Alright, Hellbat's transforming in the middle of the map. We do have this mech army is so big, but so much of it is like tattered and bruised that the Thor's almost dead. I don't even know if Gumiho can really truly afford to repair it, but what he needs to do is get this base up, that's for certain. If he doesn't get this base mining, Gumiho will be out of this game through attrition, if nothing else.
Gumiho scans everywhere for the units, but not where he needs right now.
He's like waiting for that Raven, the one lone Raven. Raven.
Waving on Deadwing.
Waving.
Waving on Deadwing.
This Mulas count did bulk up pretty heavily behind this. We didn't really touch base on this too much, but still, you can't clump. That's kind of the bottom line. You have 30 meters, you have 100 meters, but if you clump up for a second, you lose them all. Thor's still deadly low, and he's on the front line, so he might just go down. Fungal Growth's actually going to kill that Thor before anything else. A new Thor comes to the front lines, but looks like Gumiho, he kills the ground, but he's got nothing for anti-air.
Where are those Thors? I could have sworn he had like 4.
Just to pick up.
There were some. They were.
Oh no!
Going to join the army, and then
that's it.
Cut him off with blings.
This is it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Base isn't down. He's lost his army. Gumiho is starving at this point. A new Thor pops out, but these tanks are so screwed. And because he picks up a tank, he can't pick up the Thor. Realizing this unloads the tank, loses the medevac. But that's it. That's it for poor Gumiho. He put up such a good fight. He scans everywhere on the map. Oh my god, the scans. GG. Oh, Gumiho will fall, and Soulkey will go to the semifinals, which means on January 5th, we're going to have double mirror matchups, guys. PvP